Hi-ya-ya-ya-yo. Hi-ya-ya-ya-ya-yo. Hi-ya-ya-ya-yo. Hi-ya-ya-ya-ya-yo. Hi-ya-ya-ya-yo. Hi-ya-ya-ya-ya-yo. Hi-ya-ya-ya-yo. Hi-ya-ya-ya-ya-yo. Hi-ya-ya-ya-yo. Hi-ya-ya-ya-ya-yo. Hi-ya-ya-ya-yo. Hey, CM. Tsicyaltsa sitsta, hal slahel. Twalcha Tulalip, Twalcha Lummi, Yaqui, Apache. ACMT Gwitseed, ACIA. Dear friends and relatives, my name is Deborah Parker. My ancestral name is tsicyaltsa. My name goes 7 generations back to my grandmother, my Stahobsh grandmother. I am a member of the Tulalip Tribes, and it is an honor to be here on Orcas Island. This is actually my first time to Orcas Island. I've heard many stories from my elders and all my relatives. I've heard stories about the waters. I've heard stories about our songs and our dances. I was told by an elderly gentleman when I was younger that the women in the old day wore shell earrings. So I wear my shell earrings in honor of my ancestors from the island here. When I was asked to come and share a story with each and every one of you, I was a bit nervous. I thought, well, surely there's other speakers. Surely there's someone else who can come and share a story. And I guess at the time when I was asked, I had just lost a best friend to suicide. I had just finished burying many family members, tribal members, to alcohol, drugs, to sickness. So I wondered, what kind of story would I bring to the island here? What kind of motivation, what kind of love can I share with the world? Because my heart is broken. So really, in this journey, I had to pray hard. I had to ask the ancestors, the Creator, to help guide me to this place, to help guide me to the stage here today, so that I could share my story with you in hopes and prayers that you will find the healing that you need for your life, that you will find the strength to uplift you each and every day, no matter what you go through in your life. Because as a Native American woman, as a Stahobsh woman, that's what I have to do each and every day. When they say you walk in 2 worlds, that's how I feel every morning. Which way am I going to follow? And I can tell you as a young person, it's not an easy way to follow. When you're having to choose our ceremonial way of life and the way of life that the government, that society asks you to follow. Because as some of us know, it doesn't match. So for me, even today, as a young woman, as a mother of 3 beautiful children, I have to balance that. I have to balance that life. I have to humble myself and pray and ask the Creator to guide me each and every day. And as I wake up, I pray for that strength. That I meet the people that I need to meet. I was taught to take that cold water in the morning and pray for my eyes, that I may see the good things in life. I go to the water and I ask for the Creator to bless my ears so that I may hear the good words that are meant for my ears. I ask the Creator, the grandmothers, the ancestors to bless my words so that I may speak only the good words. The fourth dunk, the fourth bit of that water, that sacred water, I ask it to bless my spirit, to take away the hurt and pain that I may carry, or the anger and the hurt and the frustration that I feel each day, because I'm only human. Our elders teach us we're very pitiful human beings, to walk with humbleness. When you see that deer, to honor that deer and watch how the deer walks on the earth in a very sacred manner, taking only what you need. And when you hear those stories, you hear the elders speak of these stories, how does that translate to me in my life as a mother, as a worker, as a student? To follow those ways, it's not easy. But I'm so grateful that our elders are here, our indigenous elders, our elders from all over the world are here. And I hope and pray that we respect those elders that we have, that we feed our elders first, that we take care of our elders, make sure they have the medicines that they need. And when I say medicines, it's not just prescription drugs. Our elders need love. Our elders need protection. Our elders need a hand to hold. These are our sacred teachings. When I was younger, I dreamed when I get older, I couldn't wait to be an elder. And in this world, they say stay young, put on more cream, get Botox. All of those things, you're supposed to look youthful. But when I was younger, I was taught when you're an elder, you get to sit at the front row. That the young people feed the elders. And that we'll take care of our elders in a kind and gentle way. And when our elders speak, you listen. So I couldn't wait to be an elder. And still, I'm excited to be an elder. I'm still a young person, so it's my time to listen. So when I'm asked to speak in this world, I think, wow, that's my elder's role. But I come here with the blessing of my elders. One of our council members called about an hour ago and said, speak from your heart. You have my blessing. So I come with the blessing of my council to share only the good words that are meant to be shared here today, to share a piece of my heart, of my mind, and my spirit, and maybe bestow some teachings here today in the short time I have with you. With all of these feelings and all of these emotions and all of these thoughts of growing older, I pondered, what am I supposed to do with today? Some of my elders are gone. The medicine that I found in my life was when I went into the woods. And as you see, this is a piece of our medicine right here. And as you heard today, sometimes in a scientific way and other times in a way that our speakers found medicine when they went out into the woods. Well, that's how I found my medicine. That's how I found a place to cry. That's where I found the song. And the song was, this is the first time I've sang this song to an audience. And the song that I sang coming out here came to me. And this was the song I was supposed to sing here today. And so it's a gift to you, because as many of us are taught, the songs come from the mountains. They come from the waters. They come from the woods. And this is where we find our strength. And as a young person, that's where I found my strength. I lived in the land of the Lummi Nation people. I was going to college and I was about 22 years old. And I was really pondering about what my life was supposed to be like. How am I to honor my ancestors? I had a teacher, her name was Anna Jefferson. She took my hand and she said, come on, we're going to pick the cedar bark, which is what I have on my head. This is my protection, the akpilak, the cedar. And she said, we're going to go strip some bark. You want to come? And I said, heck yes. That sounds like fun. So we walked in the woods, and as we walked in the woods, she would pick up a piece of a root, and she'd say, here. And she'd pick part of the cedar and part of the different medicine. She'd put it in her mouth, and she'd say, try this. It'll help your sore throat. Oh, you have a cough? Come over here. This will help you. Oh, you have a headache? Put this right here by your head. Put this leaf right here. It's part of our medicine. And she started showing me everything in the woods. And there was a moment where I looked out and I could feel the energy. The only way I could describe it was like a breath. It felt like the woods were breathing. And I backed up and I had to sit on a log. And she said, well, hey, what's going on? And I said, you're going so fast. You're picking up everything in the woods, and you're saying this is for the headache. This is for all these things, and I said, I feel, and the only word I could think of was I feel stupid. And she looked at me. She says, you are not. You're a smart young lady. And I said, but I'm a Coast Salish person. My grandfather comes from Lummi Nation, from the islands, from Isanich, from Cowichan. My grandmother comes from the Stohob Shwe, from the Snohomish River. And I have no idea what you're talking about. As a Native person, as a young Native person, I have no idea what you're saying. But I could hear and feel the trees move and breathe. And it was just everything was alive. And she looked at me and she smiled. And she said, you've got that. You have it. And I just sat there and she continued on. I thought, are you going to leave me here on the stump? You're going to leave me here and everything is alive here. I just felt like I was going to be consumed. But it was the most beautiful place. It's where I found a place to cry and to get rid of my hurt and my pain. It was a place where I found out that I am an Indigenous person, that I have a connection to this land. It's not something I learned in school. It's something I learned by going outside and experiencing the movement of the earth. And at that time, I felt healed. I felt like I could stand up, and now I could really walk as a strong, young Indigenous person. That no matter what came into my life, that I could get through it if I just believed. And now I know the spirit of the cedar trees. Now I know the spirit in which lives all around us. And when I sang the song as I come out, we're taught in our longhouses that you honor all four directions. And that you don't just honor the human spirit, that you honor all the spirits in this room, because they're all around us. And they're here to help us. And I say this not just as an Indigenous person, but they're here to help each and every one of us. We each have someone in our life that we turn to, or we have someone that is here to help us. And in many cases, there's several helpers. And so I just want to encourage you to keep believing in the spirit in which you have, and keep believing that there's a bigger, broader spirit all around us, and that's the spirit of life. Thank you so much. tsicyaltsa, thank you for listening to my words here today. I send you love, I send you honor, and it's just an honor to be here. So, tsicyaltsa. Hey.